Election ends today. Raise your hand if you're going to vote for Donald Trump. Election ends today. You're going to vote for Joe Biden.
Begrudgingly.
We should have, like, you know, younger presidents to represent us. I think because, like, they're kind of old.
Our former governor, Nikki Haley, who has her foot in the door and she's pushing, but I mean, still, there needs to be greater strides for women. There needs to be greater strides for younger candidates. There needs to be greater strides for people of color on our ballots and in our political system.
I mean, the man is 81, and it is something you should consider, but it feels as if it's almost distracting. It's been almost obsessive.
Something that has come up, especially with younger voters, especially younger black voters, is the ages of Joe Biden and Donald Trump. Is that something that has even caused you concern?
Well, only to the extent that I know that some other people are concerned about it.
President Biden, all the way. If something happens to him, we have somebody that's younger, that's going to have the experience and the responsibility to take care of the United States, which is Kamala. So we're still in good shape.
Talking with my mind, stayed on freedom. You know I'm walking and talking with my mind, stayed on freedom. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah.
As young people, I feel like a lot of times we don't feel like we have that much power in this world just because of our age. But just because we can vote, that means that we have enough power to be able to change things, to be able to make a change in our community and in our world, honestly. So that's how I would encourage people and, you know, bring young voters out. Even if they don't have a political background, just informing them on how important their vote is and how important their voice is and how they matter.
I think it's not only our civic duty, but it's our civic demand to vote in any and all elections.
Okay, if you turn your face down for me, insert it on top of the green arrow. And it's going to read really, really fast. Your vote has been counted.
Well, I think Biden is doing a very good job with the economy. He's bringing up the economy. I mean, I like to see that. You know, this is what America needs instead of some dictator.
All right, Shalom. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachahakwadash. Double honor to the head apostle, and elders, a great millstone, to rule well and teach well. Peace and blessing to you, sincere Akim, that are pushing this truth all over the four corners of the earth, week in and week out, in all truth and sincerity. Hey, our people are through, man. You got our people out here still talking about voting and still having aspirations and visions and hope of a change that will benefit the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Ultimately, they're trying to make this place their rest, okay? And these upper elites are laughing at you, Jakes, man. Here it is, we're in 2024, and you still have hope that that one president that you can get that you so-called can get into office is going to make a change for you so-called Negroes. When all the other presidents that you voted for have failed you, okay? Now, you heard that Jake at the end speak about, he said, you know, instead, you know, get Biden in the office instead of, instead of some dictator. Let's play that again.
Well, I think Biden is doing a very good job with the economy. He's bringing...
And the economy is going down the drain. So I don't know what the hell this old bottle's talking about, okay?
Up the economy, I mean, I like to see that. This is what America need instead of some dictator.
Well, and see, that's the problem with these jakes. They don't understand who's in rulership. They don't understand that America is being ruled by a dictatorship, so to speak, man. And a dictator is ruling America, all right? And that dictator is who? None other than Esau Edom, mainly concerning these weak, wicked, elite banking families, man. These Rockefellers, these Rothschilds, okay, etc., man. They've been put in the rulership position by Yahweh Shem Yahushai. All right, now let's go into the word dictator. It says a ruler with total power over a country, typically one who has obtained control by force. And that's how the so-called white man has got his power. All right. He's got his power by force, by the destruction of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. He came and took your land. He came and stole it. He came and put you to death. He came and put you in captivity. All right. He got this land by bloodshed. All right. So this man is a dictator. It says a ruler with total power over a country, typically one who has obtained control by force. It says in ancient Rome, a chief magistrate with absolute power. It says a person who behaves in an autocratic way. Let's see some more definitions on this word. It says oppressor, okay? So when you go into the word dictator, oppressor comes up, all right? Absolutist. It says tyrant, okay? This man is a tyrant. This man is an absolute ruler, so to speak, man. And he is the oppressor of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, which the majority of our people have yet to understand, man. They just don't get it. They think that their vote's going to change something. They think that they can get out of here and push, you heard the Jake woman say, more benefits and rights for women. You women got a whole lot of benefits and a whole lot of rights, man. What more benefits and rights are you trying to obtain from this devil, man? Okay, talking about getting younger people, younger candidates. All right, and it's nothing but theater that Esau has set before our people, man, concerning Democratic, Republican legislation, the White House, the government, voting. It's all a gimmick. It's all a game. It's not real, Jake. Wake up. All right. You're living in it's fantasy league. It's fantasy league. Compared to fantasy league sports, man. Okay. You're in fantasy league. You're making your picks. You're trying to do this and that. But in all reality, that ain't your team. In all reality, you didn't do anything. Okay? Esau's going to set up who he wants in that presidential seat. He's going to set who he wants to be governor. He's going to set who he wants to be in these lower level leadership positions, man. And ultimately, our people don't understand who's really ruling, who's really in power. Okay? The man you see as the president, he's not the last line of power, so to speak, man. He's nothing but an employee by these wicked elites, man. Okay? The ones that are ruling from behind the scenes, behind the curtains, you don't see them. And that's what our people fail to realize, man. Okay? I got a couple scriptures I want to bring out. Let's go to Micah chapter 2. Starting verse 1. It says, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hands. See, it's in the power of these wicked elite Edomites to do these various things. All right? To deceive. To set up all these different types of agendas. etc. amongst the people, man, because the power has been given to them on the left-hand side. The earth was given into the hands of the wicked. This man is in the power seat, the rulership position, man. All right. It says, and they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man in his house and even man in his heritage. Like we went into that word dictator, man, which basically, goes into the word oppressor, man. And our people think that they're free. They also think they have free will. They don't understand that the Most High Yahweh has set this man over you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. And there's nothing you can do to change that, okay? Your vote, your marching, your singing, okay? Your speeches are not going to change that this man has been set up over you by the Most High Yahweh, okay? And our people don't understand that they're cursed and they're under the curses. And part of the curses is that this man was going to be over you. He was going to get very, very high above thee, okay? And you're going to have to come to him in the want of all things, all right? Let's go to Deuteronomy 17. Deuteronomy 17 and 15. It says, thou shalt in any wise set him, Slakia. Let's start in verse 14. It says, when thou art come unto the land which the Lord thy power Yahweh giveth thee, and shalt possess it, and shalt dwell therein, and shalt say, I will set a king over me, like as all the nations that are about me. And that's what our people are seeking unto this day. They're seeking to set up a king over them, a ruler, someone they can look to and receive guidance from, someone to bring a change for so-called blacks, so-called Negroes, so-called, Latinos, so-called Native Americans, man, okay, to make their lives better, to get them out of their situation, to benefit them. Well, this man has put you, I should say, has kept you in the situation that you're in. It says, thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee, whom the Lord thy power Yahweh shall choose, one from among thy brethren. All right, let's read it again. One from among thy brethren. So you're not supposed to seek to set or vote for another nation or someone from another nation to be put or set as a king or a ruler over you. And our people have repetitively done this every 4 years. They have sought to set another nation up over them, to rule over them. Our people have a horrible case of Stockholm syndrome. Okay? And you old Jakes, man, you old bottles, in a lot of cases are the worst, man. Because you've seen a lot more than these younger Jakes, man. Okay? You've seen the these Jakes that are upper age. They've seen the segregation era, the Martin Luther King era, our people getting hung on trees, whites only stores, whites only restaurants. You can't drink out of the same water fountain. You saw the marches, the rallies, and here it is. You stand on your 2 feet and say some dumb shit out your mouth concerning, America and voting, man. Through. It says, thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee, whom the Lord thy power Yahweh shall choose. One from among thy brethren shalt thou set king over thee, that thou mayest not set a stranger over thee, which is not thy brother. So you're not supposed to set nobody over you that's not your brother, man. But our people follow the ways of this world, and Esau is very, he's very strategic how he manipulates the minds of the people into thinking that they have power to change, okay? And they use these different celebrities, these influential leaders, and various other methods to put these things in the minds of our people, man. They use these puppets like you see on the screen, man. A nigga that told you to rob, steal, smoke weed, drink lean, all right, sag your pants, do this and do all types of wickedness, will tell you to go vote for a particular president and actually be able to shake hands with the president. You would think the president, of the United States would, not be affiliated with someone who persuades you, the masses, to participate in different particular things, man. All right, and this furthermore shows that they're all part of Esau's strategic measures, tactics, and agendas and devices, man. Okay. Let's go over to Hosea chapter 4, verse 6. This is Hosea 4 and 6. It says, "My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge." Our people don't have no knowledge according to the scriptures, and really they don't have no knowledge according to the carnal things, man. How America is run, who's in power. That your vote don't mean a damn thing, man. And it never did, and it never will. It's all facade. Okay. They don't understand how money works. Okay. They don't understand how things are being are moving around in society, so to speak, man. Okay, they don't get it, man. It says, "My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge, and moreover they don't have knowledge. They lack knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, because they refuse to listen to the men that Yahweh Bashem Yahushua set up all over the four corners of the earth." All right, and moreover they rejected it. They said, "I can't vote. Oh, I don't believe in that. Oh, I can't vote for it. I'm supposed to hate the white man. Oh no, I can't. That's racism. Oh, I can't vote for someone that's not of my nation, to be a presidential candidate. No, I don't believe that. Hey, our people, it's 2024, and our people are still calling themselves black, African American, man. Okay. It says, "My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge. I will also reject thee." Hey, because you rejected this knowledge, this wisdom and understanding, which is, traveled the globe. All right, you've ultimately rejected Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. So when Yahushua cracks them clouds, guess what? He's gonna reject you before his heavenly Father, man. Okay, you're gonna be the reject, man. It says that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing that thou hast forgotten the law of thy power. Yahweh, I will also forget thy children. Okay. Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is not in the thoughts of the majority of our people, man. Okay. They're busy thinking about restoring the restoration of America. All right, reparations. Okay, here it is. You got all these different things happening all around the earth. Wars and rumors of wars. You got missile strikes going on in these different particular lands. Okay, you got these other nations coming right out telling you that we're planning on strategically taking down America. And what comes out of these so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans' mouth? Voting. And their thoughts on who should be the next president of the United States of America, man. Let's go to Sirach chapter 12, verse 10. It says, "Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness." And our people trust, the so-called white man. They trust Esau more than they trust in their own people. All right, verse 11, "Though he humble himself and go crouching," and this is a form of this devil humbling himself and crouching down, allowing you to vote the presidential campaign, You know, these presidents going to different states and so-called gathering momentum and this and that, their rallies, and make giving you a false sense that you have a voice in America, and that they care about the well-being of the people. That the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the so-called white man's main concern. It says, yet take good heed and beware of him. And this is what our people, the majority of our people don't do. They haven't taken heed. They're not, they're not in beware of Esau Edom. Okay? They look at Esau Edom as a friend. Okay? They're not taking heed. They don't understand that this man is the devil. They don't understand that he is your enemy. Okay? There's a saying that goes, keep your friends close, but keep your enemies closer. Well, Esau is very, very good at that. He keeps his number one enemy very, very close. Okay? It says, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away. It says, set him not by thee, lest when he hath overthrown thee, he stand in thy place. This man has came and took your land, all right, by rape, robbery, and murder, done all types of, wicked things to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that are documented in history, that are well known amongst our people, okay? And he's now standing in your place. He's saying, this is my land, all right? And he's calling you a foreigner, he's calling you an immigrant, okay? He's calling you a savage, He's saying, if you don't like America, get up on out of here. Like Cat Williams, like this coon nigga Cat Williams said, man. If you don't like America, get out of here and leave. Well, guess what, man? We were brought over here, and furthermore, the so-called Native Americans were here before Esau was. All right? You got these particular celebrities and influential leaders that know they're Israelites, and come across to certain people that they're speaking truth or truth to power, when really they're just part of the whole machine, man. Okay? They're part of the whole machine, and they're pushing the agenda of the so-called white man. All right? It says, set him not by thee, lest when he hath overthrown thee, he stand in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. And thou at the last remember my words, and be pricked wherewith. And the majority of our people, man, are just, on some buffoonery, coonery behavior, man. Okay? What does this man have to do to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans before you realize that he does not like you, man? That he is not your friend. That he's your enemy. That he's a goddamn devil. What does he got to do, man? Esau sitting around in his circles saying, man, we done did this, we done did that. Hey, man, they're still bowing down to us. That they're still going out here and voting. They still think that there's hope in presidential elections. Okay? They still think that they have some type of power, man. All right? But, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans going to find out real soon that you're powerless. Okay? You have no power in this kingdom, man. All right? The Most High has put us under the curses and has put the so-called white man over us. Okay? The curses of Deuteronomy, man. All right? Hey, the only power we have, all right, is the power in Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, man. Okay? And this wisdom and knowledge and understanding that we received through the spirit and power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, man. Okay? And our faith and our belief. All right? Anything outside of that, all right, is useless. you banding together, you getting rights, okay? You stocking arms, you trying to make some type of militia, you trying to become successful. Hey, that's all going to crumble and fall, all right, and will not stand the test of time. Let's go to Lamentations chapter 4 and 17. It says, as for us, our eyes as yet failed for our vain help. In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us. And that's our people, man. All right. Let's play a little bit of this clip again.
Her foot in the door and she's pushing, but I mean, still, there needs to be greater strides for women. There needs to be greater strides for younger candidates. There needs to be more greater strides for people.
And the problem with our people, they just want to seem like they're smart or knowledgeable. They have no clue how, you know, government is ran, how America is dictated. Okay? They have no clue, man. They want to sound educated. They want to sound smart and politically correct so they can, you know, keep or get these various jobs, so they can seem in the eyes of their peers and friends like they're smart. You know, they're helping the community out, quote unquote. You know, that they're doing good and great things, right?
Of color on our ballots and in our political system.
I mean, the man is 81, and it is something you should consider. But it.
And then they just bring up irrelevant. They bring up irrelevant topics concerning the president. That he's old, he's 81, so you know he's not fit for being in the presidential seat. just stupid shit, man. You know. And these are the minds of the majority of our people on the earth, man. They're just very, very confused, man. They you know, they have eyes but they can't see. They have ears but they can't hear, man. All right, from the carnal things, you know, that you see and witness on a day-to-day basis, and even moreover concerning spiritual things, man. Like the scripture says, you know, if you can't understand earthly things, how are you going to be able to receive spiritual things? If you can't understand that your vote doesn't matter, if you can't understand who's in rulership, who's in power, all right? If you can't understand that, guess what? You're at the bottom, black man. And you ain't going to be able to get to the top in this kingdom, okay? You think our people would understand this through all prior events, okay, prior situations that our people have been through concerning hardcore captivity and slavery, right? But they just don't get it, man. Okay, so they're not going to be able to receive spiritual things.
It's almost distracting. It's been almost obsessive.
Something that has come up, especially with younger voters, especially younger black voters, is the ages of Joe Biden and Donald Trump. Is that something that has even caused you concern?
Well, only to the extent that I know that some.
It's a stupid topic, talking about age. Like this man is like these presidents are arming up and going to battle. Like they're you know the war generals. Like when they go to war, that they're gonna take the front line, you know, and lead the United States Army in battle, you know. Like, come on, man.
Other people are concerned about it.
President Biden, all the way. If something happens to him, we have somebody that's young.
And these people are still, our people are still talking about Joe Biden with all the, as long as this man's been president, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans ain't been, you know, satisfied or happy. And what has this man done to benefit you? Okay? He's done nothing to benefit you, as well as the prior presidents. They've not done nothing to benefit you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Now they might have adjusted some things, switched some things around, or even made it seem like, you know, that they're on the route or the route to, you know, help out you so-called blacks. But, you know, at the end of the day, nothing really gets changed, or nothing gets changed on a large magnitude. Okay? This is Lamentations 4 and continuing on. Well, let's start in 17 again. It says, "As for us, our eyes as yet fail for a vain help, and our watching we have watched for a nation that could not save us." That's right. America and the so-called white man cannot save you, man. It's the Lord that put you under the curses. And Esau, Edom can't, he can't get these curses up off you. You know, our people are looking to Esau to save them, man. You know, they're looking for Esau for help, man. Esau can't help you. All right, the Lord puts you under these curses, man, and these curses follow you wherever you go, whether you're in America, whether you're in another nation, okay? Wherever you go on planet Earth, the curses follow you wherever you go. Why do you think these so-called black, or I should say, you know, these Israelite celebrities are so unhappy, man? Okay. Yeah, they might have a lot of money, but guess what? They're still under the curses. It says, verse 18, "They hunt our steps, that we cannot go in our streets. Our end is near, our days are fulfilled, for our end is come. Our persecutors are swifter than eagles of the heaven. They pursued upon us the mountains. They lay wait for us in the wilderness," man. Okay? You know, and they're able to do that. Why? Like I read in Micah, the 2nd chapter, because the power is in their hands to do it, man. Okay? Let's go back to Micah chapter 2 real quick, and we can wrap up on that. It says, "Woe to them," this is Micah 2:1, "Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it." You know, yeah, they set up all these different things to manipulate, persuade, you know, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and it's working very, very good. The majority of our people have been bamboozled by these wicked elites and to believe in all sorts of matters, not just presidential campaigns, voting, government, all right, but all types of things on every side, on every angle, man. Okay? You know, our people have been completely bamboozled by Esau, Edom, which ultimately it's the Lord that has bamboozled the majority of our people, man. Okay? And Esau, he's about to swoop down. That swift eagle that flies high in the sky, he's about to swoop down on you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. Okay, let's go to Revelation 12:12, and we'll wrap it up on that. You know, and when he swoops down, then you're gonna realize that, oh shit, this man was the devil the whole time. You know, the whole time but it's gonna be too late then. This is Revelation 12:12. "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devils come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time." You know, hey, our people, you know, our people gonna be in concentration camps, man, talking about, "I knew we shouldn't have voted for it was such and such." Hey, man, our people gonna get worse and worse, man. You know, they're gonna get worse and worse. You know, in these times that we're in and we're coming into, you know, you when we see all hell break loose, when we see these different particular events happen on the earth, all right, the things that we're gonna hear come out of our people's mouths are gonna be even more astonishing, man. You would think our people would come to some recollection, okay, but we're gonna hear. It's going to be even more crazy statements that are going to come out of the mouths of these so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans when it gets even harder in these times that we're coming in, man. All right? Lord willing, that was edifying. To the next time, Shalom.